Okay, so we are looking at your actively learn assignments. Okay, and we're looking at a vaccine that is not fully authorized yet here in the United States, but it looks good, and it will be start being released to people here within a couple weeks. And I want you guys to know about it because you are probably going to take it. You might even have to take it to come to school if you want to be in person. You have to be vaccinated to go to public schools. Like if you went to a public school, then you got your measles shots, your polio shots here in Nevada. So you might have to take this, and a lot of people are going to have questions about it. A lot of people don't like vaccines. People don't know what they are, and I want you to know because this could be the thing here that gets us back to normal and playing sports and going to movies and patty cake parties and tea. And here we go. We're gonna look at it. We're gonna tie it into the scientific method. The questions on here are pretty much the same kind of ones that you've been getting on all your homework assignments and that you will see on your test and final exam. So I will read through. Oh, a little tip. Well, if you're watching this, I guess you don't really need to, but anyway, yeah, I was going to say you can read to you, but I'm reading to you. All right, so clinical data for Moderna's COVID-19 vaccine showed it was nearly 95% effective. Clinical data means like the results of people. So you're doing like a medical trial looking at symptoms and things. 95% effective. Well, what is 95% effective? Is that good? Is it awesome? 95% effective against what? A second COVID vaccine now also appears to be highly effective. That is the Pfizer one. So you'll be hearing Pfizer and Moderna. It's hard to say which one you're going to get. We can distribute both of these. They both work the same way. We talked a little bit about mRNA and mRNA vaccines. They are the first of their kind. They work a little differently. And this is an important thing. I think a lot of people are scared of vaccines sometimes because a lot of them are called vector vaccines, which is where they actually put a weakened part of the virus inside your body so it can fight it and build up immunity. So like, for example, like smallpox, you get a little like a smallpox virus put into you that's been like weakened, like not strong enough to really get you that sick or sick at all. Just enough so your body can start attacking it. Like usually they'll remove a gene or sometimes they'll kill it, deactivate it so your body can practice killing the dead ones. So, so like I don't want any viruses being injected into me. They pass safety tests and everything, but I can understand why people get a little weird with that. These are different. They don't actually put the thing in there. They are mRNA vaccines. They get your body to make the antibodies by just taking mRNA that makes that little spike protein in the COVID. I don't have the picture of it, but we've seen a lot of that. It was like, oh, I didn't. I just got here. So that'll be the Pfizer one, but they're the exact same technique. There's really no difference in how they work. The biotech company Moderna said Monday that experimental vaccine was 94.5% effective in preventing disease. All right, we're going to look at what that actually means too. Okay, Pfizer was 90% effective. So it's hard to say which one is better off one test. It's pretty close, but they're both really good. You'll see when you see the data that I think, oh, wow, I definitely would have wanted to be in that group that got the vaccine. Results for both vaccines came from interim analysis. Okay, interim is just like the study's not out. We're just going to take a quick look. In the Moderna study, there were 30,000 volunteers. That's a lot. When you're dealing with studies, you'll see this a lot in homework questions and reading. Is the more people, the better. Okay, like I like to use ridiculous examples, but let's say I'm testing a vaccine and I've got you three. Okay, and two of you happen to get coronavirus while you took the vaccine. That's 2 out of 3 people. Okay, obviously that is a small sample size. It's like, oh, you try this, and your friend, it worked for your friend. You just assume that's going to work for everybody. But 30,000 is huge. It's a reliable data source. So that's not going to be like, oh, there's not enough people to see if it works. 30,000 is a lot. That's a big trial. Think about it. 30,000 people in the vaccine trial. Actually, an interesting note on the side is that this test got done a lot faster because the United States coronavirus was so bad. Okay, so many people were getting it. It allowed us to have more people to study it on. So actually, the lack of people taking COVID responsibly allowed us to get this vaccine out faster. Kind of one of those weird little things here. I have the answers on here. Okay. So the first question is, what do you think a vaccine that says it's 95% effective means? Okay. I'm going to be probably outpacing you, so you be going ahead. You can go back and fill these in, listen to my explanation. So I don't really want to pause during the video here, but what that means. Right. Oh, look at that. I'm getting live answers. Oh, this is a student did this already. I didn't expect that. I think it means it's not 100% good. It's just maybe. Okay, that's probably how a lot of people think, and that is not really saying a lot, is it? Not saying it's a bad answer, but this just goes to show that people probably don't know what it means, and that's probably what a lot of people would think. Adults, kids, no matter what. So we're gonna learn what that means. So let's see. Let's go back to all right. Now we're getting into the meat here. The result for both vaccines came from interim analysis of 30,000 people. All right, this is an important sentence. Okay, it really, oh, highlight. There you go. It really gets the essence of what scientific tests are and why we can use this example to learn about the protocols. So half got 2 doses of the vaccine. Okay, so when you get the vaccine, you have to get it twice. So the body ramps up in the first one. And this is where I'm nervous. You know, people will go in, sometimes get one, but they're not very good at following up. You got to come back 4 weeks later and get a second dose, or it might not be effective. So it might not be any effective. Like it takes 2. Half got 2 doses of the vaccine, 28 days apart. Half got 2 shots of the placebo. All right. Placebo might be a new word for you. It might be a word you've heard, but it's really important in this case. Like, what's the difference between a vaccine and placebo? Ava, anytime you see a blue underline thing in my class, I love linking things. Always click on a blue underline. Go to link. So maybe it's because I highlighted that. That's probably not good. So here we go anyway. What is a placebo? Anything that seems to be real medical treatment but isn't. Just a real simplified example is, and this is one I remember from like grade school. It's like a fake pill or fake treatment. Is let's say I gave one of you guys magic beans, like real magic beans, right? And I gave the other person fake magic beans, but they thought it was real. When you get something, there's like an excitement. You mentally kind of adapt to it. Like if I said, I'm giving you one of the magic beans, but I'm giving you these fake ones, they probably won't work anyway. You'd be like, right? Sometimes your body, you can trick yourself into thinking you got magic pills, and you will start performing better. It's deceiving, but it's important to know that they think they got it, because if they didn't get a placebo, people that got a vaccine, they're like, I'm going to go out a lot. I got a vaccine, or I don't want to get infected. I don't want to ruin the test. So what it means is that half the people got the real vaccine, the other people got a fake one, but they didn't know, and that's the key. Everyone thinks that they got the actual vaccine. Okay, so you don't want anything to compromise. Well, does the vaccine work, or do the people that got the fake one not go out as much? No, they didn't know. Okay, so that's important. So what is the purpose of only giving half the vaccine and the other half the placebo? This is where you want to divide so you have a group of comparison. How do you know how well the vaccine works if you're just looking at the people that got the vaccine? So you always want to compare it to something. This is what's called the control group. Okay, so going back to my fancy picture here. They're given the study subjects in the control trial. Control is an important term. It's what you're using as a comparison. So I want to see if this fertilizer helps this plant grow. Grow one with fertilizer, or you do more than one, and grow some without fertilizer. That way you can compare. Oh, that fertilizer helped it grow a little bit more. But if you just give all the plants fertilizer, how do you know if it helped them grow? You're just making your opinion. Like, oh, it looks like it helped. How do you know? I just think so. How many plants and fertilizer? That was a great example. I need to move off plant examples. We love plants. All right, what's that here? Oh, there it is. There it is. Now you can click on it. Yeah, there we go. There's a little note over here too. All right, so why do you think half? I basically explained that. Right, so I don't like typing in answers for you guys, because then you just copy what I have. If you can't put it into words, then it's not good for you yet. You need to ask me questions or keep reading it so you can put it in your own words. So a lot of times I'll skip it before I'm giving you the answer. But think about it. I just kind of explained the placebo. You want a comparison. Now you can compare the people with the vaccine, the people without the vaccine. Okay, we have 30,000, so it's a really nice comparison. Sorry, Mac. I think I have to submit a question here for him. I'll go give him an A after this. Sorry, I don't remember putting that. Okay, all right. So, okay. Oh, he did this one. That's fine. There we go. I'll just give you the answer to that. It's not like it's a test or anything. What appears to be independent variable in this study? I have a note over here. Okay, I don't want you to do this and just guess. Okay, if you don't know what an independent variable is,